Kate's life was a whirlwind of responsibilities and challenges. As a single mother in her early 30s, she had to juggle her demanding job as a nurse, household chores, and raising her teenage daughter, Emily. Kate had always been a strict but loving mother, wanting the best for Emily, who had just turned 14. Emily, on the other hand, was a typical teenager. She loved spending time with her friends, scrolling through social media, and listening to music. School, however, was not her strong suit. Despite Kate's efforts to help her with her studies, Emily's grades continued to drop. The tension between them grew as the school year progressed. One evening, after a particularly rough day at work, Kate received a call from Emily's school. The news was worse than she expected. Emily had failed multiple subjects. Frustrated and worried about her daughter's future, Kate decided it was time for a serious talk. "Emily, we need to talk," Kate said sternly, sitting down at the kitchen table. Emily rolled her eyes. "What now, Mom?" Kate took a deep breath, trying to keep her composure. "I got a call from your school today. They told me you failed in several subjects." Emily's face flushed with embarrassment and defiance. "So what? School's just boring and I don't see the point." Kate's eyes narrowed. "The point is your future, Emily. If you don't start taking your studies seriously, you're going to regret it later. You need to understand the importance of education." Emily crossed her arms. "I don't care. It's my life, and I'll figure it out." Kate sighed, feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders. She knew she had to do something drastic to make Emily realize the consequences of her actions. "Emily, if you don't improve your grades by the end of this term, I'm going to shave your head bald." Emily's eyes widened in shock.
"What?"
"You can't do that." Kate's voice was firm. "I'm serious, Emily. This is for your own good. You need to understand that actions have consequences." The following weeks were a mix of tension and reluctant cooperation.
Kate made sure to help Emily with her homework, often staying up late to ensure she understood her lessons. Emily, although still resentful, began to put in more effort, not wanting to face the humiliation of having her head shaved.
Despite the improved focus on her studies, Emily's grades were still not where they needed to be. The fear of the ultimatum loomed over her, and she started to realize the gravity of her situation. Tension. As the end of the year approached, Emily's anxiety grew. She tried her best, but ultimately her efforts were not enough. The day came when the report cards were handed out, and Emily knew she had not met her mother's expectations. That evening, Kate called Emily into the living room. Her voice was calm, but there was a determined look in her eyes. "Emily, we had a deal. You know what this means." Emily's heart raced. "Mom, please. I tried so hard. There must be another way." Kate shook her head. "I'm sorry, Emily. We made an agreement. You need to understand the consequences of your actions." The next day, Kate took Emily to several local barbershops, but none were willing to shave Emily's head against her will. It was clear that no professional would participate in such a drastic measure without Emily's consent. Frustrated but resolute, Kate decided to take matters into her own hands. She ordered a set of clippers online, preparing to follow through with the ultimatum herself. In her desperation, Emily turned to her grandmother, Sarah. Sarah was a kind and wealthy woman in her late 60s, known for her long silver hair and gentle demeanor. Emily hoped that her grandmother could help her out of the situation. "Grandma, please, you have to talk to Mom. She's going to shave my head because of my grades." Emily pleaded, her voice trembling with fear. Sarah's eyes widened in shock. "What? That's outrageous. I can't believe Kate would even consider such a thing." Emily nodded, tears streaming down her face. "Please, Grandma, you have to help me. Sarah hugged Emily tightly. Don't worry, my dear. I'll handle this. Later that evening, Sarah confronted Kate in the kitchen. Kate, we need to talk. This is unacceptable. Kate looked up, surprised by her mother's stern tone. Mom, you don't understand. Emily needs to learn that her actions have consequences. Sarah's eyes flashed with anger. And you think shaving her head is the answer? What kind of lesson is that supposed to teach her? Kate sighed. I don't know what else to do, Mom. I've tried everything else. Sarah took a deep breath, trying to calm herself. Kate, if you go through with this, you'll regret it. I'm giving you a choice. Either shave your own head or forfeit your inheritance. Kate was taken aback. What? Mom, you can't be serious. I can't be. Sarah's expression was resolute. I'm very serious, Kate. If you think this punishment is so effective, then you should be willing to endure it yourself. Kate struggled with the decision, but ultimately chose to keep her inheritance. With a heavy heart, she sat in front of the mirror as Sarah prepared the clippers. Emily watched with a mix of relief and guilt. Mom, I'm so sorry, Emily whispered. Kate gave her daughter a small smile. It's okay, Emily. Maybe I was too harsh. As Sarah shaved off Kate's hair, she felt a pang of regret. She realized how extreme her actions had been. When Kate's head was completely shaved, Sarah took the clippers and, in a show of solidarity, shaved her own long silver hair. Now this is fair, Sarah said, looking at their reflections in the mirror. Kate, feeling a deep sense of gratitude, turned to her mother. Thank you, Mom. I realize now how wrong I was. I never should have considered such an extreme punishment. Sarah gave her daughter a reassuring smile. We all make mistakes, Kate. The important thing is that we learn from them. I'm proud of you for recognizing that. Emily, who had been watching silently, stepped forward. Grandma, thank you so much for standing up for me. I was so scared. Sarah pulled Emily into a warm hug. I will always stand up for you, Emily. You are a smart and capable young lady. Don't ever forget that. Kate nodded, tears in her eyes. I promise, Emily, I'll never use such harsh methods again. We'll find better ways to handle things in the future. Emily smiled through her own tears. Thank you, Mom. I love you both so much. Sarah, with her usual calm wisdom, added, let's remember this moment as a turning point for all of us. We can support each other and grow stronger together.